What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 9th day of July, and here you are at $2.31, starting off the day on a green note. Bitcoin's kind of on a red note today. Let's see, you're down just a little bit, 0.14%. XRP is moving up. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin continued to move down, if XRP moved down with it. But a little bit of upside today, right? Typically, and not financial advice, not a financial advice. This doesn't mean that today has to close red, but typically red days have wicks to the upside, which means red days start to the upside, right? And that's kind of what we're doing here. We also have a wick to the downside for now, so who knows? It could go up higher. I don't think we're going to, not yet, right? I think if we were going to break out, we would have done it already over the last couple days here. We've got these higher lows. We'll probably just pull back and find support at one of these higher lows here, and then we'll continue to move up. Or wouldn't it be great if we broke through this area, scared everybody, found support at prior resistance right here where you found a little resistance there, where you found some resistance here, a somewhat significant area. I wonder if it's even significant on the fibs. Let's just see, because that also often works out that way. I'm going to take this lower high. No, not really significant on the fibs at all, but that's okay. Wouldn't it be perfect if we broke through that line and then you rip to the upside, right? That's kind of how it happens most of the time. Not always, but a good bit of the time. Bitcoin here, I'm going to leave it on the 15-minute time frame. I'm just curious to see how this 15-minute closes. I want it to go down. I personally want it to go down just a little bit, right? Put off this upside movement for a little bit of time. That way we can scoop up some altcoins on this low potentially. We'll see. $2.31, 21 hours, 47 minutes left in the day. Let's look at the short-term stuff, okay? 1 hour time frame. And again, actually, on that note too, XRP does, I feel like, if I'm ever confused on Bitcoin or thinking one thing about Bitcoin and then I look at the XRP chart and it makes me bullish, if I'm bullish on XRP, I will flip bullish on Bitcoin, because I feel like XRP is easier to read for whatever reason. It's been boring now, and where we are, it would make sense that we go down a little bit, but that doesn't mean we have to do anything too crazy. 1 hour time frame here, rejecting the overbought zone, still finding support above the 50. Oh yeah, you're probably going to go down. Yeah, you probably do. Yeah, you tried, right? You tried to move up. You had the volume and everything, but you just didn't do it. Now you're moving up here. You're getting up near the zone. You got no volume coming through. I mean, we'll see if you break above this and you have some volume coming through. Maybe you do continue going higher, and maybe Bitcoin follows suit or Bitcoin leads, whatever. But if we're looking at the 1 hour RSI, it seems as though you've got lower highs here, lower lows. Yeah, you're kind of in a downtrend. You'd probably go down, form a lower low there at your base, if I can draw a straight line, and maybe form some bullish divergence, a higher low, and then continue to rally from there. Yeah, so downtrend means down. You're at the upper end of that downtrend. I would think that you do go lower. Looking at this from a relative high here. Come on now, relative high to relative low right there. Golden ratio 0.5, golden ratio. 45 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. We'll see, man. If by the time you're watching this video, we're up at 2:30, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we are breaking out today. But if we're down, if we get back below let's say if we're above 233, my bad, 233. But if we're below 230, then I'm right in my assumptions. That we go a little bit lower. Where are we going to go here? Hold on. We're going to go all the way to the float. Maybe not, man. I don't know. The 4 hour looks very bullish. See, the 1 hour looks bearish. The 4 hour looks bullish. We have found some resistance here, right? It's like resistance here, overbought zone. Resistance here, overbought zone. Resistance here, and then overbought zone. So maybe a little bit lower. Higher lows and all that coming through here. So yeah, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. That's what I'm seeing here. Nothing too crazy. And that would make sense if we've got this upward sloping channel here. We could break out of it, and it's not a big deal. It really is not a big deal at all if we go below this line. But something that's insignificant, right? We're at 231. I doubt that we get to I doubt that we would even get below 220 at this point in time. But time will tell. We'll see. If Bitcoin goes through a kind of intense shakeout, XRP would probably follow suit with that, but not always. Not always. I like the 4 hour RSI. It's bullish. It's very bullish, but for the time being, maybe momentarily bearish alongside with the 1 hour there. Daily time frame. The daily is also very bullishly postured, but you're just not doing anything yet. You're at a place to find resistance, so maybe you come back down, reset, and then maybe you're boring over the weekend. Next week should be the week that we break out. I feel like a broken record, but next week should be the week that we break out. After that, after we break out, Our immediate target area that we're going to go to from a high to a low, the immediate target area we would see is like $2.90 to $3.12, somewhere in that zone. And if we don't stop there, man, we're going to new all-time highs. But I highly doubt that we stop anywhere below $2.90. $2.90 to $3.12, if not higher. That's the expectation. And of course, this is just like after the initial breakout, right? Going into the end of the month maybe. But in August, we should see some fantastic separation from this area going all the way up to like $11.40 to $16.50, you guys. That's the expectation by the end of August, somewhere between the 11th and the 25th of August, if I remember correctly. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I really do appreciate you all for being here. Weekly RSI is dominant as hell, bullish as hell. The longer term time frames are very bullish. Just the short term stuff that seems a little bearish, which lines up exactly with the point here, is that we might move down just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. And in the event, okay, in the case where we move down below 220, we could find support at 216. We could find support at 206. I very much doubt we go below $2. There's no need to panic if we go below 220, okay? I just doubt that we do. All right, take care. Bye-bye. See you on the next one. Ta-ta.